This is
To nie piwo.
a Russian
Jakiś
streamer
nergal.
who took the generosity to the whole new level. A guy who kisses and sleeps with his own mom for a few dollars. Sweet home Alabama. Who is he?
Z własną starą?
And how did he become famous, for the God's sake? This is a story of Gobzover, a streamer who will do anything for a donation.
Chociaż w sumie, czy Makika ze swoją matką nie spał przypadkiem tam z 2 razy? Chyba było coś takiego, chociaż w sumie tam się odpierdalały takie harce, że wcale bym się nie zdziwił, jakby oni sobie tak po prostu casualowo razem spali.
What made him this way?
Ale gocha 3 złote?
Or by his real name Andrei's family was not the best, let's just say it like that. His mom, Ludmila Yashina, met his dad, Igor Yashin, who just drank vodka all day, while his wife was working her butt off in a factory. He also liked casinos, watching TV, and yeah, also beating up little Andrei, and Ludmila sometimes as well. Because apparently that was a very good way of parenting, I guess. Due to domestic abuse, as soon as Andrei had turned 5, Ludmila has decided to leave Igor, which was a smart move, not gonna lie. Working full-time in a factory just to come home to see that your husband lost all the money in casino and beat up your son isn't really fun, I suppose. She took Gobzover and found a place to stay at her father's apartment. They stayed there for some time, and turns out her father was exact copy of Igor. He was
No proszę. Kto by się spodziewał, kurwa, że w Rosji ojciec będzie najebany i będzie bił, kurwa, syna.
And it might not be me, but some nigga gonna get a hold of you. Some nigga in parentheses ain't gonna manhandle the fuck out of you. Or worse.
He also drank hella alcohol, and it was just crazy. Imagine you are 5 years old and you have to go through that. That's insane. There was also some news that Ludmila stabbed her father with a knife, but
What the hell?
I'm not 100% sure. This just shows you how messed up this whole familia is. When living in conditions like this, there must be a way to escape reality. Am I right or am I right? It can be friends in school.
Ej, ja się bardzo zastanawiam, jak ci ludzie znajdują sobie, kurwa, partnerów życiowych, w sensie takim, że normalny człowiek ma ciężko, żeby sobie znaleźć jakiegoś partnera na całe życie i tak dalej, a te patusy, kurwa, znajdują się w ciągu 2 sekund. Laska odchodzi od jednego typa tylko po to, żeby znaleźć kolejnego, który jest dokładnie taki sam.
Cool, maybe a girl who you like to hang out with, or siblings you can talk to. Pretty bad, Andrei had none of that. But what he did have was an internet connection, computer, and games. So therefore, he spent a lot of his free time recording let's plays and uploading.
Wiesz co to jest, Sean? Wiem, ale na pewno nie ma nawiązania do tego, co właśnie powiedziałem. Demonitas, dziękuję za suba, witaj.
Putting them online. Good for him, but his social life was non-existent. He dedicated it all to video games. As time went by, Andrei got from let's plays to streaming.
What a
But sadly, no matter how hard he tried,
Wspaniały montaż.
nobody cared.
We do not care.
He averaged 5 viewers on his stream, which is around 5 more than I get on my streams. I stream on Twitch and YouTube at around 6 p.m. Central European Time almost daily. And now back to Gobzover. It is 2009, and despite Andrei is pretty old now, he is still trying to make it big on Twitch while gaming on his PS4. But nothing seemed to work though. Until he invited his own mom for some reason to play some games, and chat liked it. Soon they moved from gaming to just chatting.
stupid mistakes, man.
And that's when Gobzover tasted
Czy to był Dr. Disrespect?
gaming to just chatting.
Stupid
To jest Dr. Disrespect, tylko bez maski? Ta.
mistakes, man.
And that's when Gobzover tasted a little bit of fame and money. A man who was living in poverty his entire life, had childhood full of violence and fear, now all of a sudden has decent viewership who sent him donations. He could not let that go away, so he did whatever was in his power to maintain that status. And soon they switched to trash streams. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, you definitely know what a trash stream is. However, if you are a parkour civilization noob of this channel, then let me enlighten you.
Akt drugi. Generacji.
Big faces like Nostroy, Ouija-Link, Sergei Simonov, they all represent an underground culture.
Rozpierdalam jeszcze ten drugi gościu, wygląda jak Lumper Steelskin z tego, ze Shreka.
Sergei Simonov, they all represent an underground culture of Russian streaming. A place where chaos and degeneracy of human mind takes over. A place where donations decide who's gonna get beaten up and made fun of. A place where morals don't exist. And when it comes to Gobzover, this dude is literally selling his money to donors.
What the fuck?
Perform specific tasks, such as performing a demon
Ty, ale to jest bardzo podobny case do Magicala, w sensie...
Well, okay, that's kind of funny. But how about smashing an egg on your mom's head for some 50 rubles?
А говорят, яйца для волос полезны. Пошел ты нахуй. Давай, Льве. Да это я случайно, да иди, да нет.
That's less than $1. What a big jump from playing
For $1?
games with your
What the
mom
hell?
and talking to chat.
No ale kurwa, gocha 3 zł też się znikąd nie wzięło, nie? Ty kurwo medalico.
Dehumanizing your mother for a chicken change. A majority of people found it funny.
Yeah, that's not funny.
However, some people saw through and realized it's only a matter of time till it will get worse. They commented stuff like,
"If we stop watching him, maybe his mom will not go insane."
How can you raise a kid like that? I wouldn't let that slide.
This has to stop. He would sell her for a few cents if he had a chance.
but all were ignored by both Ludmila and Andrzej. And as you probably guessed,
No, ale to DBX-em jestem w stanie zrobić, też na szybko było po prostu ustawiane.
he sniffed and put his mom's worn panties on head for a dono. He was swatted, he was doxxed, some homeless dude was money, and there were so many times where he was beating up poor Ludmila on the stream. But before we get to that, we need to understand Gobzawr and Ludmila a little more. I watched countless clips and hours of their streams for past 2 weeks, and it made me realize how far can some people go for a little bit of money. Gobzawr has anger issues. He's not really hesitant to scream or beat his mom up in front of thousands of people. It's almost fascinating how natural it appears for him to be. But since he grew up in a violent household full of hate and never really had any friends, it's kinda normal for him. Also, all this time I made it seem like his mom is a victim. While sometimes that's 100% true, overall, it's not really the case. You can't really defend a woman who was rather slutting outside, drinking alcohol to black out with some homeless people while she had 4 years.
Ale ona totalnie nie wygląda na jakąś zmeneloną, nie? W sensie, kurwa, Gocha wygląda 3 razy gorzej. Gocha wygląda 3 razy gorzej i nawet pomyślał o tym makeoverze ostatnim.
Old Andrzej back home, getting beaten up by his dad. She basically gave her son no chance to have any morals nor future, really. And while Gobzawr has anger issues, Ludmornik likes to play the victim card a lot. She first talks trash about people in chat, about top donators. She says Gobzawr is an awful son, that life was not fair to her. But it's never really her fault. I find it so odd that this woman takes zero responsibility for anything. There's also another kind of funny and sad thing about Gobzawr, but I'll leave that for later. Andrzej soon realized that it would be kind of funny to invite guests to his so-called shows. Some guests were just friends, but some were known figures, like Kirill Ziranov, for example, or aka VJ Link. And when I say known, well, Kirill was especially known for breaking TVs, streaming, and overall chaos. So it only makes sense that when he comes to visit Ludmila and Andrzej, he's gonna make out with
Ja pierdolę. O co tu chodzi? To za plot też pojebany.
for the whole 2 minutes. And look at her.
W sensie, gdyby się znalazł jakiś gościu, który tłumaczy rosyjskie streamy, te gównopata streamy, na polski, to wiem, że to by znalazł gigantyczną część odbiorców Magicala właśnie i tak dalej.
Son over here holding a goddamn clock. It's daily bread for little Andrzej to sell his mother for money. And he always does this. Look, here one of the guests is diving into Ludmila's booba while Andrzej is laughing. Like, how can you have any respect for this fella? And this is what I wanted to talk about. Since nobody ever respected Andrzej, nobody say, hey, good job Andrzej, you did well at school, for example. No, he never experienced feeling of someone being proud of him, and now when he objectively makes decent money for Russian standards, he feels like he's the king, you know?
You think you're the king?
I'm the king, Nick!
So then when Chad, his mom, or a guest makes funny of him and disrespects him because, dude, you put your own mom-worn panties in your head
Ja pierdolę, nie no, to już jest too big.
for a few dollars, so it's kind of
Za parę dolarów gacie swojej starej zakładać na głowę?
people are gonna make fun of you. He screams at them saying that they should respect him. Like, yeah, dude, we get it that you make money, but in the same time, you're just clown on the internet. This dude is literally Cartman in real life.
You will respect my authority!
And you know what? I think Ludmila and Gobzaver are a good duo. They both do their own part in the streams. But Gobzaver saw it differently. He felt like he was doing 90% and that's exactly how he decided to split donations as well. People get...
What the fuck? Ty, ale nie, no to jest dokładnie to samo, co robił Magical. Kurwa, w sensie Magical też zapierdalał lwią część pieniędzy, które zarabiał na streamach. On tam jakieś ochłapy tylko matce dawał, nie? Już niekończący się, kurde, niekończący się remont i tak dalej.
Taking 50% of their subs.
Byle tylko na wódę było i cyk, nie?
Dude, ask Ludmila how she feels about getting 10%. And whenever topic of revenue split was brought up on the stream, Andrei got really mad.
Ты все донаты, да, все донаты тебе, а я что тут, блин, делаю, я что, блин, хочешь, ну веди свой стрим, делай сама, настраивай, все, делай, организуй.
As time went by, their streams became more trash. Smashing eggs was nothing pretty much, compared to other things that this degenerate would do for a quick buck. Things such as making his mom get on her knees for a little more than $2, licked her heel, licked her head, he even spat into her drink, and made her drink it afterwards, hitting her on almost daily basis. Here is
No tak, dla go wystarczyło to przysłowiowe 3 zł.
going up on a stream, someone sends them $50 and says, Gobzaver, how about you kiss your mom with a tongue and all that? And guess what? He does.
Yeah.
Seems like he likes it as well. Even Ludmila was down bad. Look at her over here. I think when cameras are off, they're up to something, not gonna lie. It all started with mom and son telling jokes on the stream, and look at him now.
Ale patrzcie, no ta kobieta nie jest aż tak bardzo zmenelona, nie?
It all started with mom
Jak na starą alkoholiczkę, to nie wygląda najgorzej.
telling jokes on the stream, and look
Chyba, że no po prostu jest młodszą babką.
at him now. This is what happens when you give too much power to someone who isn't the best person.
No way she's okay with 10% after all that. That's nuts. It's been funny, but this family business is disgusting.
Viewers slowly realize what type of degenerate they have been supporting, and they must stop the monster they created. Gobzaver was pushing the limits of what's acceptable, and at some point his
Ale to jest popierdolone, że tam ludzie się skapnęli rzeczywiście. Ej, dobra, zrobiliśmy potwora, czas go zniszczyć, nie? A u nas w Polsce nie ma czegoś takiego. Stworzyliśmy gówno i pchajmy je dalej. Wbrew pozorom przychodzą ludzie podobni, którzy mają kurwa tak po prostu polska rodzinka, hehe, nie? Którzy mają dokładnie taką samą sytuację w domu i jeszcze to wspierają. To jest pojebane.
empire started to crumble. With each new Gobzaver's crash out moment, where he French kisses her mom or another beating session, more and more viewers were turning into trolls. It wasn't as funny to just watch his streams as making him suffer. So one day a very funny individual decided to report a bomb threat to police.
Domino Gamer to polska wersja tego ruska? Kto to jest kurwa Domino Gamer?
Zamknij się.
To ty się masz zamknąć.
Ty masz zamknąć ryjca. Zostaw!
Marian, przestań!
Bo nagrywasz!
Tak, War of Fuck? Okej. A nie znałem nawet tego.
Zostawcie super!
A propos, kocha szoty. Ślepy, dziękuję serdecznie.
Hello there, jak tam dzionek mija?
Kurwa, no nie, to pierwszy raz widzę tę osobę.
Police while accusing Gobzaver.
Меня душит человек! Вот, меня душит! Ребята, на меня напал сейчас! Вот, незаконно вот этот человек! Вы видите, это все в эфире попадет! Это все в эфир попадет! Незаконно! Телефон у меня!
Chyba dobrze, że to świadczy, że nie znasz. Wiesz co, mnie takie rzeczy nie interesują totalnie. Znaczy, no normalne, że znam tam Magicala, znam kurwa Rafatusa, a resztę no to jest jakiś patus na newsach, to kurwa poznaję. Ja takich rzeczy nie oglądam, bo mnie to totalnie nie jara. Pomijając fakt, że mieszkałem w Łodzi, więc wystarczyło wyjrzeć przez okno, jak chciałem zobaczyć takie gówno.
Отобрали у меня телефон! Верните мне телефон! Они сейчас выбивают дверь! Они выбивают дверь сейчас! Насильственные действия
Like, what the fuck?
в отношениях нас совершают.
Давайте сейчас...
Пусть мне вернут мой телефон.
Вам все вернут, мы сейчас во всем разберемся. Давайте прекратим трансляцию.
Ale mi to rozpierdala banie, że tu policja rosyjska wygląda jakby to kurwa był jakiś Maciek, co się przebrał w strój policjanta i się wpierdolił do chaty. Przecież to wyglądają jak najtańsze stroje na Halloween.
Nie.
To ni chuja nie wygląda jak mundur, kurwa. To jest koszula na gumkach do chuja. Co to kurwa jest za mundur?
Мы не прекращаем. А потому что вы меня сейчас вообще...
в интернете разглашать ваши персональные данные.
Luckily for Gobzauer, police realized it was a prank call and they dipped out. However, next troll who decided to dox Gobzauer and Ludmila was more successful. While Ludmila was giga drunk, someone in chat offered her to buy her flowers. She was so flattered, she just leaked her address. Gobzauer's reaction in this clip is priceless.
Ja pierdolę, co?
Ты это, ты умственно отсталая, что ли, Ты это, ты
Цветы подай.
чё? Ты точно это самое, ребят? Ты с головой дружишь, ты ёбнул, что ли, Ты Пиздец, ребята!
And it didn't take long for his trolls to knock on his door mid-stream. Gobzauer opened the door to teach those guys a lesson, but they covered him in paint and quickly ran away.
Сука! Подожди, я для ней.
Они все, сейчас милицию будем вызывать, все. Вот, твари. Да,
скажите,
новый футбол. Смотреть на нашу дверь, видимо, тоже вот. Да, не, вот, видите, сам процесс, вот.
After this incident, Gobzauer called police, but they didn't care. The funniest prank was set on Ludmila on her 60th birthday, and as a
Ale ten jest sprytniejszy, bo Magical na przykład nie przykminił tego, że może ustawić kurwa kamerę, jak napierdalali fajerwerkami w jego okna. Pomijając fakt, że na 90% to było ustawione.
present from a chatter, she got a coffin on her doorstep, and if you opened it, you could see a pig's head with a wig on it, representing Ludmila.
Это легендарная. А что там внутри-то? Тут башка свиная.
Так выглядит труп, который обнаружили в одном из соседних дворов психиатрической больницы.
There's even a footage from CCTV cameras of them throwing it away.
Он здесь оказался, попало в объектив видеокамер. Внимательные челябинцы увидели, что деревянный ящик туда принесли их соседи. Трэш-стримеры Людмурик и Гобзавр. Но так сразу отправиться группу в последний...
Gobzauer made it into TV news, and that's how he got under radar of the government. They felt like degenerate like this shouldn't really have a platform, so they asked YouTube to ban his channel.
Wouldn't it be better to negotiate with Russia?
Gobzauer saw it as
A z drugiej strony, jeżeli zbanują nawet go na YouTubie, to i tak znajdzie inne wyjście jak każdy rosyjski patus. W sensie pójdzie na tego pseudo ich messengera, jak to się nazywa, na Telegrama i będzie dokładnie tak samo to wyglądało.
And total abuse of the system. So he took it to court, which he won, but at what cost? After a year of silence, he tried streaming trash content as usual, but nobody really cared about him. He also tried collabing with other streamers to maybe get some viewers again, but due to his past stream activities, everyone was roasting him and making fun.
Ruscy za mniej banują? No kurwa nie powiedziałbym, stary. A Tesa, dziękuję za drugi miesiąc. Stary, tam się odpierdalają takie rzeczy. No zresztą idealnym przykładem jest to, co pokazuje u siebie Pepe Zilla na, wiesz, na filmach. Sobie przejdziesz i zobaczysz, co tam dziewczyny odpierdalają, to... U nas jeszcze nie jest tak źle, nie? U nas w najgorszym przypadku był Rafatos, który tam srał do wiadra na live'ie na tym. Na jakichś czadruletkach, czy tam kurwa jakimś innym czymś.
After this very stream, he stopped
streaming. A tutaj się chore gówno, tu się samo okaleczenia pierdoły na tych telegramach, tragedia.
He never showed up on the internet again, but as we know, internet never forgets. Gobzauer is a living example of a person who doesn't have any more.
No dobra, za mniej to mam na myśli jakikolwiek przejaw nieposłuszeństwa obywatelskiego, okej.
Is just money. If you like this video, you can.
Ale to musiałby rzeczywiście tam po Putinie cisnąć czy coś takiego, żeby go kurwa ściągnęli tak od buta, ale tak to... Jeżeli tam siebie napierdalają, kleją do upadłego, who cares?
Where I keep you updated about everything. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or maybe Patreon if you're feeling generous. Bye bye.
Bye bye, brat. Także wracając. Możliwe, że jutro albo pojutrze napiszę do Pepe Zilli, żeby się z nim ugadać na przyszły tydzień. Będzie wspólna transmisja z Pepe Zillą na 100% widzowie, gdzie będę chciał zrobić z Pepe przegląd memów polski, zresztą już jest przygotowany od kurwa miesiąca z chłopakami, mamy przygotowane materiały, plus Pepe chciał, żebyśmy trochę pogadali właśnie o takich kurwa polskich patusach. Może będziecie mieli jakieś inne przykłady, bo chcę się wpierdolić na polski rynek i poopowiadać trochę o naszych zjebach. W sumie, why not? Why not? Żeby mu trochę złej sławy Magicalom i innym idiotom napsuć krwi. Jestem jak najbardziej za. Jedyna osoba, której bym krwi nie psuł, to Rafatus, który kurwa przeszedł metamorfozę. No ale to. Do tego Dominocatera na konto to złote. No, zobaczymy, nie? Będziecie pisać podczas streamu po prostu. Uniwersum Gavin Eli to jest dla mnie kurwa... Ja to jest ciekawe, bo ja też się dowiem paru rzeczy, nie? Od miesiąca? Nawet lepiej. No dobra.